Yo, Forex, listen, I have a lot of sons in the DeFi space. Bro, if you just want to salute the captain and come to the show and talk about whether or not everything that I'm saying right now is on point, well, get your little minions to show you the way. Come talk to the captain and we can talk about it.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Drew and welcome to Generation Crypto. Today, we're going to be talking about a new and upcoming FUD content creator called OnChain Crypto. Now, the reason I'm going to be talking about and reacting to OnChain Crypto today is because of 3 different videos that he's done on the Drip Network, and several people in my community and in the Drip community has reached out to me to go ahead and address some of the content that he's produced talking about the project. However, before we actually move over and look at his channel and begin to talk about some of the content he's produced about the Drip Network, I do want to say that I actually really support alternative viewpoints, especially those that are contradictory or different to my own. I think it's extremely important that we try to avoid staying in echo chambers and challenge our own viewpoints by listening to and talking to others who may not carry the same viewpoints. So I have no hard feelings for anyone else who comes to a different conclusion to me about a particular cryptocurrency project or any other topic for that matter. I'm actually a massive supporter of content creators who go after scammers and after developers and influencers, especially in the crypto space, that may be acting nefariously and hurting their own investors and the people that actually follow them. So the type of content creators I'm talking about here are going to be people like CoffeeZilla, who do an extensive amount of research and then present that research and that information to support their argument of why they believe a particular project or cryptocurrency is a scam by laying it all out so the audience can come to their own conclusions based on the evidence that he provides. And I'm all for that type of content, as it helps educate people in the space and helps warn them of issues that could arise before people blindly FOMO into a project hoping for a 100x on what's inevitably going to turn into a rug pull. However, with that being said, I will say, at least from the drip videos that I've seen from OnChain, and that's pretty much the only videos I've seen from him, so this may be different with his other content that he produces, this is actually not the case with his channel. He does not provide really any form of evidence for anything that he's saying, and it seems like he's just throwing out accusations and name calling without providing any evidence to support his claims. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at his channel. Okay, as you guys can see here from what's on the screen, we can see this is OnChain Crypto. He's currently got about 4.28 thousand subscribers, which is pretty good, especially considering his channel is fairly new. Also, these are the 3 videos that I'm talking about. So his most recent one was this video here. He also has this other video where he talks about promoters. And then the first video he talked about, at least that I could see on his channel, was this one here about 8 days ago, from at least the time I'm recording this video. Now, I am going to be showing pieces of each one of these 3 videos and talking about all 3 of these videos, but I would highly recommend that you guys go back and watch all 3 videos to their full length to verify that I'm not taking anything that he's saying out of context. So let's actually hop into the first few seconds of his very first video that he talks about the Drip Network.
So a few people in the comment section of my videos have been telling me that I should be covering the Drip Network, right? So you guys know I'm the captain. I'm out here in DeFi calling out the scammers for what they are.
So as you guys can see there from the first few seconds of his very first video, it appears, if what he's saying is true, is that the entire reason he even began to talk about Drip was from his audience asking him to cover it, which I see absolutely no issue or concern with, as that happens a lot of times with content creators. People in your audience are going to ask for specific types of content, so it makes sense that you're going to want to talk about the stuff your audience wants to hear about. But let's continue on a little bit later in the video.
So the Drip Network is this protocol on the Binance Smart Chain where you put your money in some dude's, this dummy Forex shark. He created some Ponzi pyramid scheme, and it's like, you put your money in it, hope for the best. Every day they're gonna pay you 1%, but you have to put the money and recycle it inside of the system because they don't want you to take too much of the money out at once. So they're trying to get you to stay for as long as possible. They keep paying you 1% every day, but you can't take it all the time. It's just weird.
So as you guys can see there, from about a minute into the video, he immediately resorts to accusations of calling the project a scam, and was already starting to call Forex Shark a dummy and throwing out all sorts of name calling and just saying that the whole thing is just weird. It also appears that he's trying to briefly explain how the project works, but doesn't seem to really grasp or understand how the project works himself, and then just blows it off by saying that it's just just weird. Which, being only 1 minute of the video, that's not enough time to really present any evidence. Yet for the next 16 minutes, he really doesn't provide any evidence to support his claims. For the sake of time for this video not getting too long, for basically the next 16 minutes, all he does is basically go over the drip charts, takes a look at how many people are coming into the system, and basically one of his biggest supporting arguments he tries to argue is that the price is down and that it's just going to go to zero, yet provides no evidence to support these claims other than him saying that the price is red and that it's down, like most of DeFi throughout the rest of this bear market that we've been experiencing. And then towards the end of the video begins to go over what a pyramid scheme is and just explains how a pyramid scheme works and just claims that this is what the Drip Network is, with again not showing the evidence of how the Drip Network actually works or why he believes it's actually a pyramid scheme, other than the fact that there's a referral system built into the system. So his lack of evidence is not something that's just present in his first video on the Drip Network, but all three of his videos really have a lack of any form of evidence to support any of the claims that he makes against the Drip Network. All of his videos follow a trend of just throwing out wild accusations and then showing unrelated or non-related definitions or other projects that somehow support the idea that Drip Network is the exact same without displaying any form of a connection between the two. Now, moving over to his second video, and ironically, for someone who's attempting to call out content creators for their bad actions in the space, he really uses a very clickbaity and basically misleading title and thumbnail for his second video, which is ironically deceptive for someone who's attempting to call out other people for what he's claiming is deceptive. So as you guys can see here, the second video is titled "The Drip Network Promoters and YouTubers Are Getting Arrested," with the flabbergasted emoji there. Yet nowhere in his video does he show any evidence to support this claim from the title. There's not a single point in this 11-minute and 50-second video where he ever shows a YouTuber or any promoter of the Drip Network getting arrested for promoting the Drip Network. So this entire title is very deceptive. What he actually ends up talking about is a completely unrelated cryptocurrency project, which I'll show you guys here now.
The SEC, bro, just charged 11 people in an alleged $300 million cryptocurrency Ponzi scheme.
So you're going to probably assume, if you're 30 seconds into this video, this is the title, that this is probably has something to do or associated with the Drip Network, since this is what he's bringing this up, and that's what the title of his video is. But like I mentioned before, and as you guys will see, this has absolutely nothing to do with the Drip Network ecosystem or any of the supporters of the Drip Network in any way, shape, or form.
Now here's what's going on. And this big Ponzi scheme, which is just like whatever, right? You can take this, look into it. The name of it was Forsage. You can go check it out. Replace the name by any other Ponzi scheme in the cryptocurrency space. And please don't tell me Drip Network is not a Ponzi scheme. It is. It's a pyramid scheme and a Ponzi scheme.
That's actually exactly what I'm going to tell you.
But anyways, so the Securities and Exchange Commission on Monday filed a civil complaint charging 11 people for their role in creating and promoting, keyword promoting, an alleged fraudulent crypto-focused pyramid scheme that raised more than $300 million from investors.
Of course, he can always carry a different opinion than me about what he feels and thinks about the Drip Network ecosystem. He may believe that the Drip Network may not go anywhere and that it's not a good project, and that is totally his prerogative to carry a different point of view. But what we're talking about here is he's making strong accusations that the Drip Network fundamentally is a Ponzi and a pyramid scheme. Now, he's done that all through his first video, and he's doing this all through his second and eventually his third video. However, not once does he provide a shred of evidence to support any of these claims and accusations that he's made. And the project that he's talking about in this article, which I will leave a link to that article in the description of this video for those who are curious and want to read more about it, is Forsage. Now, I don't want to waste too much time talking about Forsage, but let's take an actual look at an article from the SEC itself. Okay, so this is an article that was recently released from the SEC on the same date as the other article that he was talking about on August 1st. And it's saying basically the same thing, that they've arrested 11 individuals in a $300 million crypto pyramid scheme. Now, the part I want to focus on here is these two sections here. Starting off here where it says, Forsage allegedly has operated as a pyramid scheme for more than 2 years, in which investors earn profits by recruiting others into the scheme. Forsage also allegedly uses assets from new investors to pay early investors in a typical Ponzi structure. Despite cease and desist actions against Forsage for operating as a fraud in September 2020 by the Securities and Exchange Commission of the Philippines and in March 2021 by the Montana Commissioner of Securities and Insurance, the defendants allegedly continue to promote the scheme while denying the claims in several YouTube videos and by other means. I will leave a link to that article from the SEC directly itself as well. Again, I would highly recommend you guys do your own research research on how Forsage worked, as that's not the topic of this video. Now, the entire way that Forsage worked was an actual pyramid scheme, and the way it worked as a pyramid scheme is that you actually had to recruit other people in order to earn any profits from Forsage. So it required you pay a fee to sign on. You would then have to turn around and then recruit others to pay that same fee in order to take a commission off of those people coming into that system. And that is the only utility and use case and the only source of funds for that project. So it was your typical pyramid scheme, but it was done on the blockchain. And as the SEC has said many times, promoting a Ponzi or a pyramid scheme and doing it on the blockchain doesn't save you from charges from the SEC and from other government bodies. However, as many of you may know, this is not in any way how the Drip Network in and of itself works. If you want to learn how the referral system within the Drip Network actually works, you can click the icon that is appearing on your screen now, as that is my video that goes over the buddy code and how that actually pays out. And if you're completely new to the Drip Network ecosystem, and the thing that is most popular in the Drip Network ecosystem that people first discover and that OnChain is mostly talking about is the Faucet smart contract, which is actually only one of many use cases within the Drip Network ecosystem. So if you want to learn more about that, you can click on the other icon that is now appearing on your screen as well. However, to clear this up, the major difference between Forsage and Drip, and basically disputes everything that OnChain is saying about Drip, is the fact that in the Drip Network ecosystem, you do not ever have to recruit anyone in order to earn the 1% from the protocol in the Faucet smart contract. You also don't even need to participate in the Faucet smart contract at all if you don't want to. There's other utilities and use cases that are active currently, like the Drip Garden and the Reservoir, as other ways to earn that do not require in any way any buddy codes or require any recruiting in any form or fashion for those other protocols. Not to mention the fact that when the animal farm reopens, the Drip Network will also have utility within that ecosystem. And by the end of the year, we're also expecting a lending platform that will all be done through the Drip Network's ecosystem, as well, of course, the Scratchies and the other utilities and use cases that are coming with 2 smart contracts, one for the Reservoir and one for the Faucet. They're going to provide additional utilities and resources. So one of the common questions that get asked is, where then do the funds come from for the 1% payouts that people are receiving if you do not have to do any type of recruiting involved in the ecosystem? And the answer to that is the tax systems. So in the actual Faucet itself, there is a tax system in place, which my video goes over. And of course, there's also taxes for any other utility in the ecosystem. So anytime someone's buying, selling, or transferring and basically transacting with the Drip Network, there are taxes involved at 10%, which all go towards the rewards pool, which is paying out for those stakers that are in the Faucet contract itself. The actual recruiting side of things with the Faucet contract that he's been targeting a lot, especially in his third video, is more associated or more along the lines of affiliate marketing than it is anything associated with a Ponzi or a pyramid scheme, where yes, typically people who are content creators and influencers are going to benefit most from affiliate type platforms. And that's no different than any other major content creator who is doing the same thing. And the funny part is OnChain Crypto even admits this himself, that affiliate marketing is a major part of being a content creator in his third video when he's targeting James Pelton. So let's take a listen.
But right here, you're looking at what he did with Drip. All right. So he got it in good with Drip. So look at, then this is what's most important right here. Deposits, claimed, and referral bonuses. Look at the how much referral bonus that he got from just you guys using his link to get into this Ponzi scheme, this pyramid scheme. Look at how much money that is, bro. And compare that to the other amounts that, you know, like this is a big chunk. Referral bonus is basically the whole business for a YouTuber. And that's not even counting what they're making from YouTube themselves for promoting this nonsense to you. If they're getting a lot of views, that's even more money.
So as OnChain says himself, it is a big part for content creators. And this is actually no different than any other type of affiliate marketing. Anytime you see a content creator on YouTube or any platform that says, I use this product, there's a link in the video description, you get 10% off, it helps out the channel. A lot of content creators, that's actually the bulk of the earnings that they make as a content creator. And it doesn't necessarily always come from the ad revenue, as some channels are either demonetized or don't make as much money or a significant amount of money from just ad revenue in and of itself. So sponsorships are a big deal, and affiliate links is one of those ways a lot of content creators supplement or actually provide their income for their channels. There's absolutely nothing wrong with affiliate marketing. It is totally legal, and it is done with several different products for all types of different industries for all types of content creators. And anyone can go out and recruit the same way a content creator can by either producing their own channel or reaching out to other people to use their links, and they will get the exact same referral bonuses as any other content creator. So this isn't something that's exclusive to content creators. It's not anything that's exclusive to one individual group of people either. anyone can use it or choose to not participate in it either way. And the Drip Network Faucet smart contract is going to treat all people equally whenever they enter the system. So if you're higher up in the ecosystem, it doesn't inherently mean you're going to earn more. There's people that are lower in the Drip Network ecosystem that earn substantially more than people that are above them. This is because of these several different limitations within the Drip Network ecosystem and the fact that it treats everyone equally. Everyone's earning only the 1% daily and no additional amounts above that other than the referral bonuses, which have extreme limitations. And people below you could be earning substantially more in referral bonuses based on how they're performing at referring other people. In the same way that affiliate marketing works, just because I begin to be an affiliate marketer for a company and then someone else down the road becomes an affiliate marketer doesn't mean that I'm going to then earn more than them because I started first. Maybe they are better at referring people into a specific product or into a specific service, and they're therefore going to make more returns on those referral bonuses that they're going to be receiving. And as a last note, before this video gets too long, I will actually concede one final point that I've noticed with a lot of people is there's always been a lot of confusion about the Drip Network, as it's a bit of a daunting project to learn about because of some of its complexity in the way that the system works. One of the criticisms that I would actually give to Forex Shark and his development team is to potentially update their white paper. Their white paper on their website is only a few pages long, and it is a little bit outdated considering where the project is today, especially once these new features come into the ecosystem that's being built. Now, a popular thing that's happening with white papers now is using Gitbooks, where active developers can continuously upgrade their white papers to make sure that the white paper is always up to date with what's currently going on with the project. There's some pretty cool white papers I've seen out there with more recent projects that even include things like videos and images to better explain to investors how exactly their project works, which should help clarify a lot of concerns people have with particular projects. And I think a service like that with a Gitbooks white paper would benefit greatly the Drip Network ecosystem, as well as the animal farm, and of course everything else that Forex Shark himself is involved in. So I would say that's one criticism that could clarify a lot of things for a lot of new investors, so that way in these AMAs they can say to refer to the white paper rather than Forex having to go in and re-explain things he's explained several times over, considering there's not really one centralized place people can go to learn all that information without resorting to content creators or listening to the old AMAs in order to stay up to date. And one other thing I want to mention in this reaction video is for OnChain Crypto himself. I'd actually like to challenge him to actually go out and take the work to learn more about the Drip Network and the ecosystem and provide actual evidence to support any of the claims that you're making, whether it's about Drip or in your other videos. Make sure that you're actually researching and understanding what you're talking about when you're talking about a specific project, and then provide the evidence and the resources to back your claims. It's going to build more credibility to your channel, and it's going to make it so people are going to listen to you more closely when they see that you've done the research and you're presenting the information, so that the research and the evidence speaks for itself rather than people just having to listen to you against the word of another content creator. Of course, like I said before, there's obviously no hard feelings, and OnChain Crypto, you are more than welcome to hop onto my channel on a live stream where we can discuss Drip or any other cryptocurrency that you would like on the channel. I'm also open to a Twitter space or even a private phone call if you want to talk. Now, this isn't my usual type of content, so if you liked this type of reaction video or would like me to do more in-depth reaction videos about specific videos or other content creators, please let me know in the comment section down below. If you've come this far in the video, I genuinely appreciate all of your guys' support. So don't forget to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, as it does genuinely help me out as a content creator. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you can be notified when I produce new content. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in my next video.